All right. Greetings, y'all. We got some VCLT today coming to us from our good buddy Mark, better known to you all on YouTube as Mad for Vinyl. Mad for Vinyl. But forgot I had my sunglasses on. But this is really cool. He told me he was sending me something. And here it is, arriving all the way from Rochester, New York. Mark's a cool dude, finds a lot of crazy, like, cheap stuff at, like, flea markets and things like that, church sales and stuff. But we've become friends over the years, like a bunch of us on YouTube collecting records and share stuff with each other. I sent Mark a bunch of 45s. I call him the king of 45s. He's got tons and tons of 45s, just an amazing collection. I think I asked him recently, he was talking about perhaps getting a jukebox and putting a bunch of those in there, you know, because it seemed like he should have that. So sent me this package. I was expecting CDs, but the shape of this, I don't know, could just be CDs. It looks like it could be a 45, but we don't know. Take out the knife and very carefully open this up, and we'll check out what Mark sent me. All right, let us open this up and see what we've got. Okay, it is all CDs, which is good. That's my format of preference, although I do like vinyl. Obviously, I don't know what any of this stuff is. He sent me a giant box of CDs maybe a year ago or something, and there were a couple in there that I was familiar with, but most of it I was not. So let us see what we got one by one. Sound City. Is this a... Oh, this is the soundtrack of the documentary about Sound City, the recording studio, which is a really good documentary. Dave Grohl can kind of get on my nerves a little bit, but it was a really good documentary. And there's some cool stuff on here. I see Lee Ving's name from Fear, which is cool. Rick Springfield, Stevie Nicks. I don't know if these were original tunes or did they do covers, but Paul McCartney, Trent Reznor. Yeah. This is cool. I'm looking forward to checking this out. Yeah, soundtrack to Sound City. Nice. I don't know why you sent me this. This is Van Halen Balance. Mark, you can't possibly think I don't own this, dude. But it's from, the funny thing is the price tag there is from Moby Disc, which is a store. I actually have the t-shirt. I was going to wear it today. Moby Disc was a record store in Southern California I used to go to almost every Friday. Balance, I own this, obviously. It's still sealed, so I'll definitely pass this on to somebody. It's an interesting album because, I'm not a big Sammy Hagar fan, but, you know, I was a huge fan of Van Halen, of Ed, Al, and Mike, certainly. But this album always sounded to me, they split up after this, and this album always sounded sort of to me like a band that kind of were tired of each other, meaning the Van Halen brothers were tired of Sammy Hagar. There's some good stuff on here, you know, there's a couple of good songs on here, but the feelings about this album is that it sort of sounds like a band just kind of on the end, you know, the last legs or whatever, but interesting. Oh, now we've got the Crow soundtrack. I remember when this came out. Some good bands on here. The Cure, Stone Temple Pilots, 9 Inch Nails, Rage Against the Machine, Violent Femmes. So we got My Life with Thrill Kill Cult, Jesus and Mary Chain. Yeah, cool. I think I only recently saw this film for the first time. I mean, there was a big controversy around this film because Brandon Lee was killed on the set, unfortunately, tragically. But I don't think I had ever seen this film until just pretty recently, and it was pretty good. They did an awful remake, I think last summer that everyone hated. I'm sure it was terrible. The trailers look terrible, but yeah, this will be interesting because I don't have this, never had it, and I'm sure some of these tunes I remember when this movie came out were on the radio, and I probably are familiar with. But yeah, that's another interesting one. What do we got here? King Tuff, the other. I do know King Tuff. I have one track by King Tuff, and it's funny because pretty recently that track that I found that album when I was in a store somewhere, and thought about picking it up, but I didn't. This is from Music Saves. I think is that a store in Cleveland, Music Saves? Because I feel like I went to a store in Cleveland called Music Saves. Mark, you're gonna have to fill me in if you know. You might not even know, but yeah, this will be interesting. I do remember liking that song by King Tuff, and I don't think I've ever heard anything else by this band. I don't know if it's a dude or a band, but this is on Sub Pop. That's interesting. What we got here? This is also from Music Saves. Clipping, and like their self-titled, I guess, record. Don't know this at all. Not familiar with this. So I have no idea what this is. It's on Sub Pop. Yeah, curious. No idea. Clipping. Let me know if you're familiar with them. And then finally, what do we got here? Thank Your Lucky Stars, also on Sub Pop. Not familiar with this either. Oh, this Beach House. Okay, I'm familiar. Wait, why don't they have their name anywhere on here? I'm familiar with Beach House. I have, I don't know if I own any of their albums, but I have a handful of their tracks, digital tracks. They don't have their name anywhere on this, not even on the spine. That's weird. That's unusual. Yeah, Beach House is a really cool band, and I don't know this album though at all, so this would be interesting. Yeah, some good stuff here, Mark, man. Yeah, I'm down here working in Charleston for months and months. I'm gonna be here till September, so you know, I'm getting a little bored actually, so this will come in handy. I got some great stuff to listen to and check out, except for this one. Nah, I kid. But hey, if anybody out there needs a copy of Balance, let me know. I'd be more than happy to pass that on to you. But yeah, really cool stuff here. Mark, can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it. You know, it's pretty wild when people out there that we, you know, converse through comments and stuff like that and watch each other's videos, when they go that, you know, extra length and start sending you stuff, you know, that, you know, is really cool. You know, I do it myself, and it's pretty nice to get some stuff, you know, and, you know, all you guys out there watching, I really appreciate it. And go, by all means, go check out Mark's videos. I think you'll be astonished by some of the stuff that he finds. I'll put a link down below as always, and thank you for tuning in. If you're familiar with any of this stuff, let me know. Clipping, don't know at all. You know, the King Tuff stuff, but and go watch the Sound City documentary if you haven't seen it. Really worthwhile. Thank you for tuning in again, and see you next time. Later on, y'all.